I find myself in Manchester today, off the spur, but I knew that I had to come today. Why? Because I'd heard so many fantastic rumours about the Manchester brothers, sisters, Muslims, and how they donate and how organised everything is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake. So, may Allah reward them. They're very shy. In fact, Brother Taqir is smiling now. So I'll let him tell us a little bit about what's here, where it's come from, and inshallah how it will help brothers and sisters in Syria.
So we run the Manchester Ummah Need charity. A random brother, non-Muslim brother, he basically called us and he said that he's got these mattresses which are going to go from a removal company, and they were going to be destroyed. Alhamdulillah, obviously we took them on because we felt people are living in tents, they're living on the floor, cold, wet. So we felt, alhamdulillah, it's better that they sleep on a not so perfectly good condition, mattress, but it's just going to keep them warm and comfortable. So we took it on, alhamdulillah. We took on 200 mattresses. Some of the quality of these mattresses may not be great, but they're actually waterproof. So even if the tents get wet, it's still going to make a difference to families, to children, elderly, So alhamdulillah, we took it on, and the results you can see in front of you, inshallah. There's approximately 200 mattresses ready to go, and more importantly, we've still got some inside. Some of the brothers are waiting for the container so we can bring it out.
Okay.
So, alhamdulillah.
Inshallah, if you can take this probably through.
Okay, so
we'll walk through.
So at the moment we're still waiting for the container. It's past 8 o'clock. We left Derby at about 5. Alhamdulillah, got here in 2 hours and sat in traffic for an hour and a half, making dua to Allah. Oh Allah, let the container be filled by the time we get there. But subhanallah, there's another brother here. Do you mind giving names and stuff?
Yeah, of course, my name is Zishan. I'm on one of the groups, so I got a message to there, and
Alhamdulillah, good.
straight after Isha, we just come here. We got a couple of people, brothers on the way down, and now we're here, and we just start loading, and at least we can start away and work our way down.
Alhamdulillah.
So alhamdulillah, I think we'll work our way down. There's about 10, 15, 20 brothers in there. Even if there was just one brother here and we came from Derby, when somebody's made the intention to come, Allah's the acceptor of the good deeds. So on that day when the mother's going to leave the child, and the son and the daughter's not going to recognize their mother because they'll be so worried, if Allah accepts these actions from us, then they're priceless, they can't be bought. And what would we have been doing at home? Who's playing today? Everton versus Manchester City?
Apparently, yeah.
So if this video gets out there and you're watching Everton versus Man City, brothers, come and help us and take part. Okay, do you want to talk us through what's here? Or
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah, no. So hopefully the way we've got it planned in our head is that the 200 mattresses will fill probably 30 foot of the container, and then the rest of the boxes that we've got here is things like blankets, clothes. Most of this aid here is brand new. I mean, this one here, you can see it's still in packages inside. All these are brand new ski pants. And subhanAllah, we've tried to prioritise it, because when you look inside our unit, inshallah, you'll see that there's already a lot of aid. But we've had to kind of filter through all the boxes we've got and try and pick out the best quality stuff that is going to be most needed, which will be the blankets, which will be the winter items and such. All these boxes here obviously are all tin food, and there's 28 in each box. Count the boxes, inshallah, you'll know roughly how much tin food it is. It's not normally how much we send. We like to send a lot more. Alhamdulillah, it's better a few people eat than none. All this here, inshallah, is going to be, there's some food in that box as well there. That's just some old furniture an eBay company donated to us. The eBay company went bust, but they had stock there. We took it on because it's wood, and in the weather like this, that wood can be burned and used as fuel. So inshallah, I was going to send that as well. All that at the back there, as you can see, is all sanitary items for sisters. Every single grey box is sanitary. And one sister, one of our volunteers, she did a personal collection. I think they raised in excess of £1,000, and you can see the results there. And that's basically where it comes to. A brother donated all these brand new heaters as well. I mean, they've been sat in storage, but inshallah, they still work. I think there was 20 heaters he donated.
So mashallah, there's actually a brother here from Sham, a brother Muhammad. He's called some more brothers. They're going to come and help us. He's actually made me a bit, what's the word? On edge, because he's actually thanked me, and I felt awkward because this is our haqq. We should be doing more, because there's nothing. These sites people are. And I don't want to go into that scenario. There's no borders between the ummah. there's a lot of pressure for people to look the other way, without going into all those things that have been happening with all the speeches coming from the politicians, etc., etc. But nothing and no law will ever and can ever stop us to help the needy. So we're a non-political organisation, whether it be Ummah in need, whether it be Muslims in need, and when this charity and this aid is received, I'm sure there are Muslims, there are non-Muslims. So I'll give you a simple example. These have come from Salford Halls, and they were going to be dumped. And the non-Muslim who's rang Brother Tawqir and said, look, you might be able to use these mattresses, maybe he's seen the article about the mother who's put her child down on a damp blanket at night, and that Allah's taken his amana at night, the child's died. Because there was no dry ground, because the child's time was up, but the way Allah took his amana, the child was found frozen in the morning. So these aren't just things to chuck away. They're not things that we just send and we think, you know, when the people, inshallah, they'll hopefully give us du'as for this. Those du'as will be higher and heavier than Gare Heed, if anybody's been there, inshallah, if Allah accepts, because this is nothing, it won't solve anything, but it still, we're not going to fall to the pressure of they're just Muslims from Syria, they're just from this country, we'll try our best, inshallah. Okay, sorry, I took
No, alhamdulillah, bro. You said it, you summarised it well, and subhanAllah, all of us, we've only set out with our good intentions, and that's it. We don't care if it's a non-Muslim taking the aid or a Muslim taking the aid. That doesn't mean anything to us, alhamdulillah. But subhanAllah.
Shall we show them the main room where all the hard workers are hiding? There's another one here.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sorry, we're just getting in for
What brings you here today, bro?
The call to do some the good work for the people of Syria, helping the refugees, and inshallah getting some ajr for the pleasure of Allah. Main reason.
Can I say something, brother?
Yes, bro.
You know, because alhamdulillah, we've been blessed that we've been born in a Western country, and this is our part now to fulfill our duties. Now, if we wasn't born in Western countries, Muslim, this won't be getting to the needs in the Middle East, obviously. So now we're here now. Whether you can take full advantage, get out and do your bit. Inshallah, the day of judgment day, Allah's going to ask her, what did you do? What did my need? At least we'll turn around and say, even though it's not enough, we can at least say something.
Jazakumullah khair, okay. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Right.
Look, he's walked off.
Okay.
But, I mean, this is what puts us brothers in Derby to shame. Fakir, you might want to just tell him the organisation.
I mean, previously we were flooded, so subhanAllah, everything was on the floor, but we've had to build a system in place where everything is kept safe, so if water ever did come in here...
Is that the platform that you built? Is
Exactly. It's 2 pallets high, so last time the water came a pallet high and we lost a lot of aid, but still had to be washed. Nothing was lost in total.
Flooded, isn't it?
Yeah, all of it,
So,
everything.
one thing to make clear, I'm going to ask you, Fakir, are any of the brothers being paid here?
None. No one takes a wage from the charity. I don't take a wage. None of the brothers that volunteer with us take a wage. Our wage is inshallah waiting for us up there.
Inshallah.
So we're not really here for anything monetary. It's more for the sake of Allah, for the sake of the people who are in need, and that's it. Personally, I couldn't. If anything, sometimes it even comes to a point where donations are so low that we end up having to spend our own money to keep the charity afloat. I mean, you know, sellotapes is the main thing. Look at every single box is tape, but sometimes you have to pay for the sellotape from our own pocket. But that's not because we want credit for it. It's just to show you that it's one of them things that, you know, if we can pay for a tape or we can do something, we will. It doesn't come out of the charity, alhamdulillah. So everyone's non-paid here, no wages are paid out. It's all on a volunteer basis, which is probably why Allah's put barakah in our work and your work.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
You know, if money was going to make success, then all those, and I keep on going off script, forgive me completely, then all those tyrants, I've just passed the Etihad Stadium, and that's been paid by resource and blood from Muslim countries to build. Let's just put that into perspective. There's bombs dropping, why don't they drop food? Ask these people who have supported the bombing of our Ummah, to solve the siege, to solve the starvation, drop food. So this is where we're not dropping food, we're sending food. May Allah accept it from us, and inshallah we'll keep on sending it.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, the brothers, as you can see at the back there, they're all working hard, and that's the last bit of food which needs to be boxed up, and they're nearly done. And if you stand on the platform here, you'll see that there's still mattresses at the back which still need to be taken out.
Alright, there's some more mattresses there, yeah?
Still piled. at the back, I think there's another, what, 20 odd trips right there still waiting to go. And all of this aid here is just clothes. All SubhanAllah clothes donated from people in Manchester and outskirts. And everything's ready. We've got so much clothing items at the moment. That's probably why we had to put stop to taking in any donations. As you can see, the mattresses have created more space. So once all of the items that you can see over there in that box are all boxed up, stacked over here nicely, then we can start taking on more clothes donations. And inshallah, the priority that we always set out is food and winter items. That's what's needed at the moment. And once winter is over, strictly food, inshallah. And don't go buy the expensive stuff like Heinz and things like that. It's not about brand names, it's about quantity. So inshallah, we always encourage our brothers and sisters to please continue purchasing items which are like rice puddings, 15p, you know, subhanallah. But the Syrian refugees actually love it because some of them are from villages, they don't even know what it is. And when the last time we sent, I think it was close to 1,000 tins of rice pudding, every single one of them was saying, when's that coming again? It's a 15p tin, you know, take it for granted here. I don't want rice pudding. So,
Alhamdulillah. So final message for the Muslims in UK.
Just very quickly, you know, forgive me. One of the things which we found is, look, people are giving. You know, 3KD, Ummah ila yawmiddin. There's goodness in the Ummah until the day of Akhirah. Now, this is Brother Tawqeed. I think you work in London, you live in Manchester. All the brothers are local. Trust them with your amana. Yeah. However, if you don't have time and you're going to Tesco's or Sainsbury's and buying expensive stuff, deposit the money in the accounts. Send them a little text message to say I've deposited £100, £1, £15. Spend it on food, or spend it on blankets, or spend it on whatever the appeal is. And these brothers will not waste your money. In fact, you'll probably get added 25%. And even if it's £1, so if you want a direct debit, even £1, £10, £15, and if there's any businessmen out there, if you want to do the best of business is that business which is done in Allah's cause for Lillah. You will never become poor, and that's Allah promises. When Allah promises something, nothing breaks it. Yeah, so do the best of business, yeah? You know, sellotape, that sellotape's being used, check the amana, get it over there, dry, buy it for them. Yeah, send it, I'm sure there's some superstore grocery place in here. Send them a pallet of sellotape. If they don't need a pallet, send them a few boxes. There'll be barakah and it will become tenfold. Please.
Certainly for me, Jazakallah khair to everyone who's been donating, making all this possible for us. Muslims in need, alhamdulillah, it's always a great experience working with other brothers in the charity. They do extremely hard work and we try to follow suit. And inshallah, with your help, together inshallah, you can save a few lives. Quran says it, saving one life is equivalent to saving the entire mankind. So alhamdulillah, if we can try and save one life together, so be it. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
May Allah accept it from us. Forgive us if we said anything wrong because we've just done a matinee there. But even if you've got nothing, give us your du'as. And after you've done your du'as, forward this message. Ask people to watch it. Yeah, just even if they want to laugh at a fat guy with a beard talking too much, it'll make them happy for the day. But minimum, at least it'll put a thought into their head that this is a drop in the ocean, but we want to put our drop as part of that drop for Allah's sake. Jazakallah khair.